Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day to one and all. As welcome to this week's edition of the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race, where the goal is always beat Ganon. I'm Leslie Pro, and I'm joined today by Poseidon. How you doing today?
Can't complain. It's Sunday, but it's time for some rando. And tonight we've got P Train, Chloe Prower, Rowland Tankier, and Ace0187. Also, to go ahead and mention our lovely trackers tonight, we've got. Let me link them first for everybody. There we go. We've got Hugo J Mama, J Maya. I can't pronounce that, my bad. And Jinxie Girl. Hugo and Jinxie, thank you for tracking for us. And of course, we're just waiting for the last couple of runners to ready up before we get this started.
Looks to be just the one from what I can see on the IRC. So for those that missed it earlier, the 2019 tournament qualifiers got underway earlier this afternoon. For those who missed it, there is another qualifying race tomorrow evening. Oh, that's not the command. Figure that out as we're getting underway shortly.
All right, and we're off to the races. Starting in Sanctuary with P-Train, we found 50 rupees, and Ace has found the Quake medallion in Link's house.
Now that's an interesting find because the medallions could be needed. They may not be, but Quake is needed. But what we do have is a map check, and was that 5-6 I saw at Desert Hera?
I definitely saw Hera. I couldn't say about Desert. I'm pretty sure that was pendant for Eastern, so. And our dear old uncle has the blue boomerang. Got a mushroom growing in the fort. Wait, hold on. Is that randomized?
Well, let's see what happens with that as we get our lumberjack tree check, and it's just a piece of heart. I don't see anybody going through Castle Tower to pick that up.
Alright, now that we've got most of those checks out of the way, I'm sure we'll get the thieves drop down. Which Chloe might have already gotten, but I missed that. Chloe's gonna go ahead and try and set up a fake flipper here to go turn in that mushroom, however.
With how early it is, not a bad play.
Yeah, P-Train and Rallin showing us that was a full heart container in the thieves' hideout down there. We go. There's the fake flipper.
Surprised no one's gone to Kakariko yet. I know it's early, but I'm used to doing that really quick.
Probably trying to see if they can maybe find a bottle to... or a flute to maybe not make a return trip. Speaking of a flute!
Somebody said flute, so I would dare say, Poseidon, you called the shot right there.
And here's another double fake flipper for P-Train and Rallin to turn in those mushrooms. Ace is gonna head into Kakariko, though.
Wow. That is quite the turn of events. No bombs for any of our runners, so Ace Zero is opting to buy bombs. While Chloe, E-Train, and Raylan are going for the 50-50 drops from the bushes. Not much luck, Chloe only getting one so far.
Don't need too many, but we're getting a check of the chicken hut here for Ace. That's a nice little cave. Trying to look fashionable before slaying Ganon later.
Or the chickens were using it to try and sneak outdoors after curfew.
I believe it. Can we write that in the canon? Alright, P-Train, we know you can't use Quake.
That's more buzzers than any episode of Family Feud, I might add.
Yeah. So far, the bottom of the whale's netted us 70 rupees. Hey, look, bombs! More bombs! And more rupees.
Well recovered for Bottle Vendor.
Yeah, back of the bar gives us 10 arrows. And a missed library.
Chat said, and I managed to catch a glimpse of it, that that's a sword.
Ooh.
So if you get boots, you already know where one of the swords are.
Ah, but that's an if. But there's another pair of footwear. We've got some flippers, and hey, look, a green bottle and a hammer.
Now, Early Hammer does take out one thing that this seed could have potentially thrown at us, as the Double Crystal Light World is one hit that you might just have Hammer at Pyramid Fairy and obscure me, however, sometimes required reason to have to fight Castle Tower in Aga 1. And now we get a break from the buzzing for something else. A much more pleasant sound.
Yeah, all hail the magic quail. The Hyrule National Anthem has played, and the flute has now been tooted. Alright, so our other runners are going back through Kakariko. Ace is seeing library, confirming that sword, and gonna check the race game, which P-Train gave us a moment ago.
Looks like Ace Zero's going for the races blind, which unfortunately is just 20 rupees, so that's going to be a bit of a time loss there.
Alright, so Ace, you have the flippers, you could go turn in the mushroom. And everyone else will probably make the South Hyrule player, the South Shore check soon. Or Ace will just go ahead and skip to that.
Yeah, Ace is going right for South Shore.
Alright, gotta crack open the dam. We found a glove! One item away from some Dark World access here.
Yep, that one we need's a Moon Pearl.
You know, it'd be pretty funny if it was just, you know, sitting underwater here.
It would, but then if that's the case, do you just go to Hype Cave right from there, or do you go for Mini Moldorm Ice Rod Cave?
I think you'd still have to continue Mini Moldorm. At least Mini Moldorm. You could skip Ice Rod Cave. It's never anything. Now, many Moldorm Cave I've seen be kind of notorious for bows or medallions.
Let's see it. One piece of heart.
Sword.
One bomb pack. A second piece of heart. A sword. First the seed and a rupee ore. Well, the sword certainly makes it worth it.
And with that rupee hoard, we've got enough to go to Zora.
We've got more than enough for Zora, as A0 already had plenty. Now there's plenty and then some.
Yeah, but our other races will now have their Zora money as well.
Actually, to correct something in chat, we don't have the lamp yet, so Aga is not in logic.
It's fine, Zora has the lamp. Just a waterlogged lamp from Zora. That's just what.
Ooh, there's another sword and a. Now you know where 3 of the swords are, as there's a sword on the Lake Hylia Island. So that means there's one more sword out there somewhere. We just don't know where.
So are we gonna find the boots or the mirror? Get the other. Yeah, bloopies from the man under the bridge. Alright, so P-Train's going up to Ice Rod Cave. We've got Rowland starting the flippering. Ace gonna head over to Zora. We've got a backup escape check, blue mail 100 rupees, and I missed a third item for Chloe. Quick check of the waterfall here for Ace, Bloopy, and a heart piece. Up to Zora we go. And since we have the flippers, we can actually get to the ledge. Alright, Ace. What do we find? Like bombs? Okay, there's the item. I missed the small key. And our scam fish gives us tonight a red rupee. We get a 1/25th return on our investment. Also known as 4%. But Ace decided to go into escape. See what's up here. Of course, Hyrule Castle has 6 items. The 50 rupees we saw in Sanctuary is one of those 6. With the blue mail and other item that is found, or P-Train and Chloe. That leaves leaves us 3. Plus, we already found the key. And P-Train just says, I don't think so, Zora. Not today. You're not taking my money. Rowland's back into escape, too. And P-Train's coming to the front of escape now. Actually, coming to Uncle. He doesn't have his boomerang yet. Ace not bothering with the front. Or maybe he is, I don't know. Now we're going Eastern. Off to Eastern Palace, everybody. Talk to our good old friend Sahashrala and find out what's hiding in the storage room. We got a book, we got a bottle, we got a heart piece, so we've got desert access. And we've got the glove to finish it too. But the all-important thing is Desert Boots locked? There's a high chance that it is. Alright, P-Train and escape. We got some bombs. That's item number 4. And we'll have 3 items here in Eastern with Ace. There's 1, it's a heart piece, 2 left in Eastern. There's a Bombos medallion. P-Train. 1 more item to be found here. What will it be? Oh, we went up the mountain without a lamp, so this is technically out of logic. Actually, no. Well, they have the flute. Never mind. Ignore me. Saving the man's out of the old man is out of logic, but being up here, not so much. Oh, hey, look, Mimpearl.
Yep, Spectacle Rock Cave as P-Train does a death warp. At least this wasn't in the festive rando, because death warp, well, let's just say it's very interesting for those who haven't seen.
Death warp, more like detour. But that Moonpearl will take us out of requiring Aghanim.
That it does. Oh, and Ace Zero just demonstrated for us that hints are turned off.
P-Train's gone for the good old Dark Cross chest. Ah, heart container, there it is. Chloe's in the dark world. There's our map check. Whole left side of the screen is crystals.
And our pendants are swamp and ice, so those flippers not necessarily required for the dungeons, and we're getting a hype cave.
But it was required to get that mushroom. Well, not really, but eh.
Oh,
Or
we've
flute.
got an ice rod.
I meant flute.
Well,
Not a money cave.
it's a money cave, but also with an ice rod that we're not gonna have to gamble to find later.
And Ace apparently found the fire rod, I'm assuming in Eastern.
Yep, that it was. It was in the big key chest.
And of course, Ace is gonna follow that book on to Desert Palace.
Not a bad play because there could be something required here.
Hey, look, powder on the ledge.
Hmm. Considering that opens up magic that's certainly worth it.
So you're saying that you do want to do a fetch quest?
Well, if anything, I want the ability to get rid of anti-fairies, but that's just me.
Digging game here for Chloe. Anywhere between 1 and 30 strikes of the earth will net you an item. 13 strikes for 10 bombs.
Yeah, there certainly is a pretty healthy route divergence, as all four runners have taken their own way, really. As Raylan comes across the fire rod A0 about to get the powder. And Chloe is heading for Village of Outcasts area.
He does have the hammer, so if need be, he can get to the big chest in Thieves' Town. And of course, the all-important note is that, of course, Desert Palace is boots locked.
That means we will find Boots before Ganon's Tower for certain. Swamp Palace not being required does call into question, will we find Mirror before then?
Probably. Knowing how our seeds like to go. Got our first shield in Skull Woods.
A0 getting up to Death Mountain by way of the Dark Room. P-Train took the key from the back of the dungeon to get into this room, which is out of logic for Desert. Does find a bottle.
It's a big key.
And the big key, so you got one more check back on the other side of the dungeon.
Sorry, P-Train. You're still gonna need boots.
Chloe comes up with the can of Burna in the sea house.
And Ace now getting... Yep, there's our map.
And there's an ether medallion in the wine cellar.
Oh yeah, it's time for good old Batman with Rallin. What will the Bat curse us with today, chat? Good luck, bad luck, something nice, maybe another fetch quest? It's 20 rupees.
Basically, the game just decided, well, we'll call that the old proverbial common thing that's found around here and leave it at that. Because now Ace Zero has the Ice Rod.
Yep, and Chloe's in Thieves Town. Already found that big key. 10 arrows. That'll be one of our 4 items. Here's your map.
Not what you want to see in the front 4s. Ideally, you want to see 2 or 3 of the non-dungeon items and the big key, because logically the big key has to be in the front 4 for Thieves Town. Unfortunately, you got the map and a key. Won't be a problem, excuse me, because we got Hammer. But in the event our runners didn't have Hammer, they'd have to come back for that chest if they feel or know something important is there.
Yeah, I think
Did that earlier. Leave it at that.
I was gonna say, we have seen it burn people before.
Yep.
As with just about any check, really, but...
Yeah, because it's randomizer for you. Randomizer is known for rewarding players on one seed and then just outright burning them the next. But that's also what makes it fun.
Yep. Or funny. From the chat's perspective.
We've got Ace Zero in pod, comes up with a small key, so the dungeon's not bow-locked. Yet.
Chloe checking the attic chest for a compass. Ooh.
Yeah, that means the hammer chest is required. Has to be careful down to 1 heart, and those lizards would do the finishing blow. Right as I said it, too. That's commentator's curse right there.
That is it. Indeed.
Luck like that is why I don't play the lottery, folks.
You're Alan gonna come talk to our good friend Stumpy. Find 20 rupees. Nice one, and yet another small key.
Well, that's good, because the more small keys you get without bow in pod, that means the more you can do now. And if you have to double that, then that's less you have to go back for.
Yeah, and of course that's another small key, so... Go. Oh, and swamps are green pendant. That makes swamp the most valuable place, even though it's a pendant.
Yeah, because that's a 7-item check potentially, but we're not even going to have a chance to set foot in there without the mirror, so...
Very true.
Will we even see the mirror is the question.
Oh, I'm sure we will. But, Chloe did find a bug net.
B-Train's heading to Pyramid. What do we got here?
Gonna go check that big chest, too.
Zero found the pod big key in the dark
Hey,
basement.
mirror!
Well, what do you know?
It's the Mirror Mid.
I see what you did there. But now P-Train can go claim the Master Sword off the Lake Hylia Island. Will that be their first move, or something else? Something else. Oh, we got a ped check. I almost didn't see Raylan approach, and it's just a piece of hurt.
Oh, rip.
So, pedestal's not a thing. Aga 1's not a thing. You already know all dungeons is not a thing. Thankfully.
Yeah, P-Train's going up to Catfish.
Actually, did he check Zora?
I don't think
If he
so.
didn't, because if he did not, this is excellent routing. Because
Yeah,
it
I
saves you
don't
from
think
having to
he
go
did.
to this northeast corner twice.
Yep. That it does. But
Well,
most
he's
people
got
will
our
route
first crystal.
Catfish in at least whenever they do the pyramid. Okay, yeah, I guess you did check Zora then.
Yep. And unfortunately, Catfish not holding anything.
And of course, Chloe got first blood a few moments ago by killing Blind.
And A0 died in the darkness. I'm presuming the dark maze. As Roland comes up with ether.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Chloe did find the ether earlier. Now we know where all the medallions are. That won't be a problem.
Yep, I did not see where Bombos was, though.
Escape. Or no, wait, not escape. I forgot where it was. Oh, okay, it wasn't escape.
Hyrule Castle. Thank you,
Oh, hey,
Jinx.
Red Mail and K45.
At this point, well, actually, no. You don't say no to red mail because that defense is too good, especially against Ganon.
I mean, some people are firm believers of the phrase red mail is for cowards.
Sometimes it takes more courage to take the red mail so you can just give it to Ganon without worrying about running out of health. That's just me.
Alright, P-Train, where are you going now? Village of Outcasts? Chloe's gonna go ahead and do Magic Bat as well. Only gonna get 20 rupees from it, of course.
Meanwhile, we got A0 heading towards the back of Skull Woods. Let's see what this yields. Getting a magic refill, that's a very good call considering how much magic it's used, and that's a big key.
Yep. Do we need to go back to the big chest? There's that third medallion for P-Train.
Rowan gets the bug net. I like this strategy by Ace Zero. I presume they're gonna do a Death Warp after getting that shield. Yep.
Oh, so both of our items for Skullwoods were shields. That's funny. Alright, so what all else is eluding our runners? We've got the bow, and hookshot, and Cane of Samaria.
And more puns from Blind that seem to get added with each version of the randomizer.
Oh, always. You can't say no to dad jokes.
Well, true. I mean, you could, but really? There's worse jokes to be had out there.
Indeed. Ace playing a nice fun game of Whack-A-Moth. And down
And
it
the moth
goes.
got whacked.
And Ace got map. And a crystal.
Let's see, Chloe is going for a potion glitch that allows you to maneuver these mimics off screen in a way to where the game thinks you've cleared the whole room. So yeah, access to a bow-locked part of pod. Well, it would be otherwise bow-locked. Which has a map. And on top of that, 10 arrows.
Yeah, deep into the Palace of Darkness is the only thing that we haven't really got to see yet. Did see at least a fair little portion of it from Ace earlier.
But Ace did not make it all the way through the Dark Maze.
Correct. So really, this is the only thing that's new coming up since everyone else is kind of tracing each other's footsteps right now.
Unfortunately, there's nothing on pedestal as it was checked earlier and it was a piece of card.
Yep. Sorry, chat, but Ped is dead.
As is Blind on P-Train's side.
Very true. Blind and dead.
Now Raylan's on Mothula, going for fighter sword spins to start, and a fire rod shot before pulling out the hammer. It was 50 rupees at the end of the dark maze. Did not see what was in the dark maze, however.
I think Chloe checked their inventory to see if there was anything that they got, but no. Wait, are we going back?
No, Chloe's going into Eastern. This will be a good play for Chloe, as she'll be able to claim the fire rod after doing the dark room sequence. Oh my goodness, did you see how Mothula just shot across the screen right at Raylan?
I missed that.
Holy smokes, I can't say I've ever seen Mothula do that before, and that is something I absolutely want clipped, because I cannot believe I just saw that.
Chat, clip that, please. Yes, to confirm, chat, yes, Chloe is identifies as.
Second trip back, Raylan demonstrating that the Ether Medallion is a great method for getting rid of Dibdo.
Oh yes, and if someone gets that clip, please make sure to post it for everyone. Please. Alright, this time, Rowling takes down the moth. Alright, so what is next for our runners? Oh wait, P-Train has mirrors and flipper. You want to do, maybe do a bit of swamp there, P-Train? Gonna check Graveyard Ledge first though, of course. Oh yes, and Kings too, because we can check that for now. That requires meds. And just 20 rupees in the Graveyard Ledge.
Unfortunate, with all that money, P-Train is not picking that up.
Yep, he even reset earlier when Zora scammed him, so... wouldn't even allow him to scam him today.
It was not in the mood, can't say I blame him.
And to answer chat, boots can't be in Ganon's tower. Because boots are needed for desert.
So now Raylan has both items out of Skull Woods and is moving on.
P-Train's climbing the Master Sword. Chloe's gonna get that mirror in just a second. And now with that book, and a mirror, and a Master Sword, P-Train can go check the tablets too.
We have not seen that yet, so I am guessing with a hunch that there's something there as the red boomerang is at the end of Bumper Cave.
Yeah, we haven't even seen anyone attempt to read a medallion or a tablet yet.
And no one's read the tablets yet, but on another note, P-Train can also go to Spike Cave courtesy of the cave.
And Hera.
I'm gonna be asking about that moth kill in Discord later because honestly, I've never, in all my years of playing this game casually, rando, speedrunning, and doing commentary, I've never seen that before. But what I did see is P-Train claiming the cane of Samaria at the Ether tablet, so the tablets, at least one of them, are required.
Yeah.
Wow, Titans mitts up at Hera, but unfortunately for P-Train, that is going to be it because does not have the fire rod or any other fire source because the big key is locked in the basement. Everybody's taking a coffee break in this seat.
Unless they use the more recently discovered glitch known as Hera Pot, which would allow them to fall into one of the pots there on the ground floor and teleport up several stories towards the top of the tower.
Now, my only question about Herapod is that actually legal in the NMG speedrun? Because if so, I could potentially see some more time coming off that record.
I have no idea for that, but I know it's legal for these races, at least last we checked. And Spiral Cave netting another horde of rupees.
Pedestal was nothing.
Pad is dead.
Actually a piece of heart, but yeah, nothing that we need, I should say. As Raylan's about to get Master Sword off the island, Chloe hasn't done that yet, so is going to miss out on a chance to actually go into Turtle Rock. P-Train can, but doesn't have the fire rod.
Oh, hey, look, a bow in Paradox Cave.
That might actually draw P-Train back towards Eastern, which has the fire rod, even though it is a pendant.
Yep. I mean, normally, you know, you'll check it with Pod, especially when you have the mirror like P-Train does. So.
So Chloe and Ace both checked the Ether tablet at about the same time and are on the same pace in Hera. So that's going to be interesting to see unfold.
Yep, Rowland now with that Master Sword and book in hand, grabbing the cane.
2 pieces of heart in Super Bunny Cave, which for P-Train did fill up a heart container. And we've got 3 runners in Hera. And for P-Train, about to enter Turtle Rock using Bombos.
Yeah. Imagine P-Train might go ahead and just try to full clear. Well, actually, no, it doesn't have Fire Rod, so never mind. Gonna clear as much as he can.
Yep. Which could be as quick as 1 check, 2 checks or more. It depends on how the keys are laid out.
Hey, look, big key.
That's not the key he was looking for, I can assure you.
And there's our second item in Tower of Hera. It's those bombs. So off to Moldorm we go.
Now, Moldorm can be a troublesome foe. If you get smacked off the platform, you have to restart the fight. And if you fall down the center hole, you drop 2 floors. But Chloe, no problem. A 0. 1 hit to go. Gets hit, stays up. Takes care of it. And Spike Cave is just 20 rupees.
Alright, and P-Train's off to the Mire area now.
Now, the only thing we know for sure is that P-Train will be able to access Mire. The question is, which medallion?
I don't think he's even going to bother checking since he has them all. So we'll basically end up seeing once we get there. Couple of bombs and our 4th bottle. Look at that.
Bottles are nice. Also a nice time to check out Checkerboard Cave.
Indeed it is. But I imagine it'll probably just be 20 rupees. There's no way it's the boots. No, heart piece.
Nope, that is a full heart container.
Alright, P-Train, that's what we want to see. Head over to Pod Easter. Ace is now checking the helpful place of Paradox Cave. There's that bow.
Unfortunately, Raylan does not have Bombos, cannot access Turtle Rock.
Bombos is in Hyrule Castle. In the front.
And now Chloe gets Cane of Samaria.
I guess Chloe got their Master Sword at some point.
Yep, as well as their mitts.
Yeah, the tracker's probably eating inputs right now, as it likes to do.
I'm not surprised at all. Trackers, like old controllers, love their yummy inputs.
Yeah.
Well, that and games that aren't programmed all that great. Leave it at that.
Yeah. Those two. And Ace is also going looking at Turbo. Opening it at least. Yeah, they're both just opening it later.
Interesting play because with Turtle Rock, I'm of the mentality is when it's time to go, it's time to go.
Pretty much.
Let's see now. As we aren't getting a hookshot cave check just yet because we don't even have a means to bonk over.
Yeah, no boots,
So,
no
no
hook
need.
shot. So, unless you're P-Train and you can hover really well in that cave, you just kinda don't go in there.
It's Chloe now in Paradox Cave.
And of course, just a bit of rehashing of all of everybody else's steps around in Spike Cave.
Now, Ace-Zero appears to be heading towards the Swamp Palace, question mark? Nope, is heading south and east.
Where are you off to, Ace? Get that Master Sword. Yes, that
Yep.
is right.
This is an island play.
Growlin coming up for some potions.
When you have all that money, you might as well.
Yep, very, very true.
Now, Ace might be heading over to finish off Pod and Eastern in one shot. Well, to answer a question in chat, yes, that is the one thing we have yet to find. Well, actually, no. three things that we have to find. We do have to find the hook shot, yes. We also have to find the boots, the high logic, the lamp. Those are the three items that are outstanding.
What are we needing the lamp for currently?
Well, logic requires you to have the lamp to do the dark rooms.
Alright, Eastern Palace Dark Room, technically. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking the ones that don't have torches, like the ones in the pod dark section, the Helmasaur, and the one in Mire. Well, the one in Turtle Rock, too.
Yeah, that too. Even though most of these runners, I'm not certain about Ace, but I'm pretty sure everyone else on screen I've seen do pretty well with dark rooms.
And the part that's tough about the pod dark rooms when you don't have the fire rod is right here in the turtle party room. Because you've got 6 turtles coming at you, you're not sure where they are, and they could very easily run into Link without you knowing where they're coming from. P-Train gets it done. And with that, P-Train has made their way to Helmasaur King. It takes 17 hits with the hammer, and then a mixture of arrow shots and Master Sword hits finish off the boss. That, and if you can use the hammer, you get extra damage.
Yeah, and just as quick as that, Helmasaur King is down. Just for a compass, though.
I think Helmasaur King was getting lost very easily. Or it was taken from an unlucky explorer. And speaking of, Ace Zero is also fighting Helmasaur King.
Ah, and there's our mirror from P-Train, so it's time to check out Eastern.
Wonder how P-Train's going to react to where the fire rod is in this.
I presume okay, yep, that's where it was. Kind of the general P-Train reaction of like, oh, yeah, okay, I see.
So, just to be sure, nothing crazy like bombing the chest or shooting it with a ton of arrows.
Nope, usually not.
So, while Chad has brought up sprites, that brings attention to one detail that this randomizer community has done a fantastic job of making customized sprite sheets. I've seen a number of them get added to the randomizer over the last several months, and they're all really good.
Yeah, that they are. How many sprites are we up to? I think they said like over 200 or something. As obviously demonstrated, like we have Samus, we have a Vaporeon. I'm not exactly sure who Ace is, and I believe P-Train is a alternate form of Link. Okay, Ace is Zero Suit Samus, okay.
Chloe's on the laser bridge. Let's see what's here to close out the dungeon. But first, oh no! Chloe tries to shoot the hard hat beetle to stun it, but regular arrows do not work on that enemy, so that death sends him all the way back to the big chest entrance.
Feels a little bad, especially when you're probably going for that safety exit. And here's the Armos Knights for P-Train. Coming to find that last item of Eastern Palace. Oh, never mind. Guess we did find all the items.
Well, at least with the Turtle Rock Dark Room, you're on rails on a cane of Samaria blocks, so if you know the rail pattern, you're set.
Alright, B-Train, what's the check now? Are we gonna go look at Pedestal? We are. And Chloe taking another death to the lasers of Laser Bridge. And Realm's taking out King Helmasaur now. Gaining their 4th crystal. And P-Train's gonna check the Smith chain.
Chloe took a death, didn't see where.
I assume Laser Bridge again. And we've got some money smiths. Someone
Not
called
what
the
we're
Hyrule
after.
Guard. I think they're illegally making rupees.
Hammer Peg's slow way gets us. Well, the chest doesn't want to go in, but I guess just 1 rupee? Yeah, move right in.
Alright, P-Train. Let's go turn in that lunchbox, shall we? Maybe
Meanwhile,
get a
Chloe
quick check
has
of the bombos.
has taken out Trinex to claim that crystal.
Good job, Chloe.
Raylan's in Ice Palace, A0 in Turtle Rock. I would not be surprised to find Lantern here or in Swamp Palace.
I almost have a feeling the game would be so mean as to make you go all the way through Swamp Palace to turn in the green pendant for the lane. Nothing really in the purple chest, but it's time to check the Bombos tablet. Our first check of this today, and it is 20 rupees. Also something red of note, you know, both tablets did have something red on them. And P-Train looked a little angry there.
Yeah, that was not what P-Train was after.
P-Train, you... No, yep, that's nice balance. Having that dreaded thought of fire locked into the dreaded Pendant Ice Palace. Like, you already don't want to go here anyway, but it's got a pendant. So now you really don't want to go here, and you have to go here.
So, I know it's been a... But while we got some downtime, go ahead and give our runners a follow. These are the real stars of the show, not our runners. P-Train 24, Chloe Prower, Ramlin Tank here, and A0187. We wouldn't have a run, and we've got a hook shot in Ice Palace. Oh boy. Yeah, this seems not exactly being nice to our runners today, I dare say.
Yeah, I mean, we have a hook shot, so that's something nice. And that sounds like it's trying to lead us back to Swamp and
Hookshot Cave.
Hookshot Cave, and maybe we'll find the boots over there so we can finally do desert. Who knows?
That it is. Desert is indeed boots locked.
And Chloe has now come to claim Mothula's head for his own.
Or maybe Mothula's wings. Well, either way, Chloe's not gonna have to deal with that crazy Mothula movement we had earlier, as flipped here in this. Actually, you know what? I had to do this. Put it in the clip reel. Their Ice Palace Big Key turns out to be a vanilla Ice Palace Big Key.
I'm assuming there was nothing on Cold Steel, which would be why Rattlin left.
That's what I'm guessing.
Oh? Sir. Oh, hey, look, it's Ether from Meyer. I don't guess we really caught that earlier.
Yep, we got that out of the wine cellar and we needed it.
Yeah, so Quake being the only useless medallion.
Not so fast on that because Quake, I mean, yeah, it is useless in the sense that you're not going to need it for progression or anything. But against Pen Gators, you don't have Tempered Sword and you have the magic to spare. Just use the Quake medallion. As long as they're not jumping, they go down in one hit. Hookshot works well too, but they didn't have that until Ice-T.
Yep.
Or rather, Ice Hammer.
And yes, Ace is in Swamp Palace, so... what are we gonna find here?
Now, this isn't just a Swamp Palace, this is a Green Pendant Swamp Palace. So, in addition to the usual 6 items, the Green Pendant accounts for a 7th. For those of you sports fans out there, look at it as an American football game where a team scores a touchdown and then proceeds to successfully kick the extra point. So he's got 2 runners in Mire, no idea what's here.
Hey, boots for Ace!
Here, if Ace knows the Misery Mire dark rooms, then Ace is in go mode.
Well, potentially go mode. There's still some places in GT that may need the hook shot. Also, hovering. Moldorm 2. You'd have to know how to hover, or you'd need that hook shot.
Actually, I wouldn't call it Oops All Dungeons because we didn't have to clear all the dungeons. We did have to visit the pendant dungeons this time, but we didn't have to clear them.
Ace still needs to turn in that mushroom, by the way, or we're not getting in the mire.
Yeah,
No go mode just yet.
so we're basically no mode at this point,
Yep.
short of the lamp.
If we're just missing the lamp, can we call it glow mode?
I mean, that sounds fine to me. I'm not sure about the rest of the community and chat. That's up to them. So the big key for Meyer turned out to be in the map chat. P-Train going straight through, as is Raylan.
Yeah, Chloe is making the swamp play.
So we're basically going off audio cues from P-Train and visual cues from Raylan to determine where they are. As I can say from experience, having tried the Mire Dark Rooms, yeah, those are... Man, you make a mistake in there and it hurts.
I have a feeling that that lamp's just somewhere off in left side swamp.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it were Green Pendant or in Bonk Rocks, to be honest.
Could be in Bonk Rocks.
Or King's Tomb at this point, based off of how this scene has progressed logically.
Or Hookshot Cave. I guess a lot of places that we just surprisingly haven't checked. Well, not a lot, really.
P-Train takes care of Vitreous and Raylan starting the Vitreous fight. I like the strategy they're employing, which is simply using the cape, standing in front, and button mashing the sword button.
Yeah. Can't chat. Your flute was on the witch.
And Ace isn't getting there until they turn in the mushroom. Now we are getting ourselves a big bomb check from Ace Zero. Perhaps this will be to the witch.
I sense a little bit of vanilla.
Mm-hmm. I can feel it in the force.
Wrong universe.
I'm just gonna go with it. Countdown's on for the big bomb, and now what do we got? We got 20 rupees and a piece of heart. So sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Ah, P-Train setting up the Harapot.
Didn't get it, but was close. P-Train's going for it without the boots, because somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, basically it's what I thought. My understanding is that the boots bonk sets you up so that your bomb position's right, and then it's just Link's positioning that you have to get right. Does that make sense?
I mean, more so the boots help with supposedly actually getting you into pot, though. But can just as easily be done with hook shot.
Hmm. That is an interesting little find our community has made. I'm not sure who found it, but that's pretty cool that they did find that.
Oh yeah, very much.
Bombs off of the landmodes while P-Train takes down Moldorm.
Alright, P-Train, go to Swamp. Or are you gonna go to Turtle Room? No, you don't have the fire rod.
I'm not sure if Ace knows how to hover, but if they do, then they're all set. Well, once they go to Swamp Palace, as Ace is all set offensively for the most part by picking up the Tempered Sword out of the library.
Yep. And there's Rowland's boots. Gonna continue through Swamp, though. Interesting.
Maybe hoping for something over at Green Pendant?
He's still looking for Bombos.
Well, he's gonna have to go to Hyrule Castle for that.
Yep. Sorry, P-Train. Hookshot was a bust.
Bombs in a heart container in the flooded chest. More bombs in the waterfall chest, so that just leaves Argus.
Alright, P-Train's going eastern, so we'll be on the right track at least. Swamp. I think I said eastern. Still needs to go to eastern again.
Raylan's going for spin attack strats to try and take out 2 puffs at once. This is faster than slashing at each puff twice. Is successful. Going for the Ice Rod strat instead of the Fire Rod. Now, Ice Rod's a slower projectile, so it is possible to miss. Not to mention very easy to miss. And that was for something I did not see. Silver's off the boss. Wow. That's going to give Raylan a massive advantage down this stretch, as I honestly do not think our other runners are going to stay in Swamp Palace to get that.
No, probably not.
I mean, P-Train could, but I don't foresee... Honestly, don't foresee Chloe making that play. And I don't foresee A0 making that play.
Chloe won't go back, Ace won't go back. But P-Train's still looking for Fire Rod too, so he might stay. So as far as dungeons go, Ace is on their final one. As far as the crystals needed, would still need a hook shot, logically, to complete the seed, but Ace might know how to hover? We are uncertain at this time. Alright, Meyer down for Chloe. Off to Pod. And that was the Bonk Rocks check. Nothing crazy. Chloe is headed off the pod, but Ace did claim that final crystal. So we might be headed up the mountain and off to GT. I can't say for sure, but in case we are, chat, go ahead and get your guesses. Anywhere from 0 to 22. Where's that big key of Ganon's town?
And I see P-Train found a lamp. I'm presuming it was in Swamp.
I didn't actually see. Oh, it was Bonk Rocks.
Bonk Rocks. Wow. That was a sly place to put that. I would have guessed a dungeon before an open world location, but that just goes to show how random that this version of the randomizer really is.
I mean, we call it randomizer for a reason.
True that.
But Ace has come back to the Dark World, headed over to GT. So, we'll finish our guessing game shortly. Oh, actually, wait. Hookshot K. Gonna see if it's in that bonk chest.
No. Won't be there, because we already know where it is.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Alright, well, anyway, we're opening GT, so if you, still want to guess, you've got about 3 seconds to do so. And guessing is closed. So, what are you thinking today, Leslie?
I put it in chat, I dropped 12 in.
gotcha. I'm thinking
Half
somewhere
magic
like
to
17.
start. That's nice.
Ah, we'll take that. Fling the block. Not quite where it goes, but we'll take it.
And speaking of take it, Raylan comes up with the Tempered Sword out of the library.
Yeah. Ace also claimed that one a bit ago as well. Skipped tile room.
I can't think of too many folks offhand that would gamble tile room.
It depends on how behind you feel. Checks 3 through 6 here. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nothing needed.
Did get some heart containers, though.
Torch check. Number 7. It's the big key.
Yep, those boots are even more required than we thought.
If you've guessed number 7, congratulations, you've won, and that is Martian Angel. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Nozomo Toshiki, you guessed after we cut it off, so.
It was 7, folks. But A0 is still checking around, showing you can't proceed farther in the left side with bonks, but...
Yeah, developer intended, by the way. Or so they say. You have your 2 hope chests, you have the 4 chests in the far side of right, and then torch, so 7. And that's another hover right there, so Ace proving that he can hover. Gonna go ahead and go with that gauntlet. Let's see what you've got for us today, Ace.
Now we've got Chloe in a similar situation, so the same question is out there. Can Chloe also hover?
Last I remember, I don't think so, but you never know. You can teach an old runner some new tricks, so.
As Raylan comes up with the lamp in the bonk rocks, that location though, that's rough.
Yeah, that's just mean, is what it is.
And P-Train still doesn't have the fire rod.
Gotta go back to Eastern P-Train.
When he realizes it, it's not gonna be a pleasant feeling, believe me on that.
Yeah, I think we might actually get some rage slashes out of P-Train today.
Might get more than that.
Yeah, a couple hate bombs on the chest.
Might even just fire off bombos at the chest to straight up burn it down.
Could be. Just burn the whole dungeon. That's how we beat those in Zelda, right? Just burn the whole dungeon.
Fire Rod was in the big key chest in Eastern, so that's where P-Train has to go instead. Instead, gonna take a coffee break, and hopefully it'll dawn upon him that he missed something important there, as Chloe is now about the big T and the small going right up, so we could have ourselves a really tight finish between these two runners. So not so fast, going right side.
Yeah, still have to have two small keys. And I guess also checking for the hook shot.
Presuming Chloe did not go into Ice Palace because it was in the iced tea room. And what it... That's an Eevee.
Yep. That's a lovely bunny sprite for Vaporeon. Just
It's a heck of a choice, too.
de-evolve.
Yeah, it's like the old Pokemon trading card game. Your opponent used a Pokemon's Devolution Beam to force their opponent to de-evolve. Still, I was not expecting a tile room play from anybody today.
Yeah,
Turned out to be
that's true.
10 arrows.
And Ace is coming down to the close of the gauntlet here. P-Train's trying to think of where it's at. I wonder if P-Train may have accidentally marked it. Says, okay, I've got boots, I can at least grab this sword from library.
Well, mismarking things can happen to any runner. It doesn't matter what you use for a tracker. Paper, emo tracker, your own brain. Mismarking things does happen. And in last week's Open Weekly, that's exactly what I did, as here goes a zero. Short. Didn't land in the
Shy of
spikes,
the
though.
hook there.
Except this time, Moldworm knocks a zero off the platform. Round 3. Oi!
There we go. Alright, Ace. Come on with that hover, let's go. Oh.
Come on. Halfway. Well, P-Train's in the right place. We'll find the Fire Rod. We'll be in go mode. We'll still have a dungeon to finish, but we'll at least be able to finish.
Moldorm's back for round 4. Oh, no, never mind. Chloe's off to the Ice Arm Mouse. And Ace coming back to Moldorm for round 5. Fight. Now, Moldorm gets that one.
Yep, Moldworm decides that, I've had enough of your stuff. Get out of here.
P-Train's finally back in Eastern.
Yeah, P-Train skipped this first time through. That's the risk you take with this or any randomizer when you skip a check. You risk leaving progression behind, and in this randomizer, I swear I see it more. I see it quite a lot, where a skipped location is just fatal, and he's just gonna stare at it for a second, give it the stink eye before mirroring out.
I at least have to hand it to Ace. Ace is just dedicated to trying to get this hover in. Come on, Ace. Let's get. Oh. Alright, chat. Give Ace your energy.
This time, A0 takes Moldorm out, so he can't Ooh.
The worst part is Moldorm just keeps coming back.
Like a boomerang you want to get rid of.
He broke the boomerang and it still comes back.
Well, if it were Breath of the Wild, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened somehow.
Alright, Ace, let's go, let's go. You got it. Oh.
Come on, come on, come on. Ah.
Oh, hey, look, we found the fourth sword. It's in swamp left side. Oh, yes, Ace!
Oh, touchdown, Ace 0187. Chloe's coming up the gauntlet as you're
Alright.
key train to Turtle Rock.
Time for a lesson in geometry. It's the Agaphite, and that was a nice triple.
Nicely done.
And the double. One last hit.
Good double.
Oh.
Ooh, unfortunate to get a blue ball there. Otherwise, that would have been a 3 cycle for sure. Gets
Yeah.
the 4 cycle.
3201. Down goes the Sinister Sorcerer. Wait, those numbers are out of order.
Well, if anything, Aghanim lost 32-1.
Something like that. Ah, and Rowland's finally coming into Escape to get that Bombas medallion. And I think the tracker accidentally ate all of Rowland's swords.
Yep. Yummy inputs do happen as Ace0 in the Ganon fight gets the God Corner. This is what you want for any sort of NMG attempt or in this particular rando for a quick 1 cycle in phase 2, which is ideal.
Alright, Ganon, what words of encouragement do you have for Ace today? Did you find the silver arrows in Death Mountain?
Ace gets knocked off the platform, and unfortunately, that is not where Ace0 got the silvers. Maybe that was what the logic intended.
Probably.
But not this case here, as in Ace0's case, and for the majority of the restream, the silver arrows were in Swamp Palace on Argus. I see that bug is yet to be fully fixed, but they're working on it, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess the logic intended for you to go kill Argus and get your boots and everything before going up Death Mountain Paradox Cave.
So now, as a result of the Ganon fall, the RNG that Ace is facing this time around against Ganon is different as Chloe gets blasted off the Moldorm 2 platform.
And that's just the unfortunate events that
And,
happen.
yep,
Moldorm.
and Trolldorm strikes again. Now, after that hit, Ace Zero's, I didn't get a chance to say his first time around. Phase 4, the final phase, Silverless, it requires 12 spins. And missing Torch Glitch here, which Ace has to do with the Fire Rod, it's not only time consuming, it's magic consuming.
Well, that's why we have half magic, at least.
Yeah, without half magic, you really need to have Torch Glitch active. A bit early on that spin. Ah, Chloe, you got the hover in you?
Trying for it again.
Checking the input pace. Nope, hits the spikes. And we get falls on 2 different screens. P-Train off Laser Bridge. Chloe off Moldorm 2. And with that, a 0 is taken down, Ganon. We got bacon. Get your GGs in chat for A0, the winner on restream, with an official SRL time of 150.56. That is an 8th place finish. Our winning time was Illis24 with a 139.54. Followed by Dracaris in second with a 140.33. Lin third with a 143.18. Wayne fourth, 146.03. Our top 5 is rounded out by Triple B Kermit with a 148.51. Our remaining 3 finishers are as follows. Matt, 7898, 149.17 and 6. Goomba 90 with a 149.44 and 7th, and right on the heels of a 0 was Gamer Cal in 9th, 151.17.
GG to all the runners there. And Chloe's still over here going for that hover. Meanwhile, P-Train's coming in hot. Man, P-Train's got the hook shot to take it, too. Question remains to be seen is, who gets up there first, P-Train or Chloe?
That's a very good question, Poseidon, but for now, we are joined by Ace Zero in the commentary booth. GG, well played on that seed.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks.
So, would you like to know where the hook shot was at? Ice Palace.
Okay, I don't feel bad about this. That would have been pretty far away. Save me some time, but yeah, just so you guys know, that is the first time I've ever covered in a race before.
Well, GG, good try, and it did eventually pay off, so...
Thanks.
Still faster than taking Ice Palace. Probably.
I was counting it, but I was tracking how many times I fell. Go back and watch on the box.
We stopped counting. I stopped counting after like 8.
Yeah, that's about where I gave up to.
Bonk rocks. Also, chat is saying that your mic is a little bit low.
Okay, give me a second. I'll turn the volume up then for you.
Chloe's also going for the hover. Hasn't had any luck yet, but takes a death instead.
Alright, hopefully that sounds a little better.
Oh yes, very
Oh
much.
yeah.
Great. Cool.
Alright, but yeah, to answer that other question, the lamp was found on Bonk Rocks. I believe P-Train found it for us first, while still looking for the fire rod.
Okay. Yeah, I had assumed that lamp was going to be either magic bat or mushroom, you know, to unlock the moon pearl up on Death Mountain. So I just assumed that's what I had skipped, but then I found the flute for go mode. Kind of threw everything out the window.
Yeah. Everyone pretty much fake flippered immediately for that mushroom. It's pretty funny, actually.
Wait, where was the mushroom again? I don't remember where I picked it up.
Vanilla.
Oh yeah, okay. So wait, fake flipper. The flippers were in Kakariko though.
Yep.
Right?
Everyone just fake flippered instead of going to Kakariko first.
That's really strange.
I mean,
Yeah,
it pays out, you know.
Randomizers is doing strange things from time to time.
Yeah, I guess the Kakariko skip that's the new meta, right?
I think so. It's skip Kakariko, get the bottle in the flute, then go Kakariko, activate your flute, free the sick kid, and P-Train just effortlessly. He said, "Nah, I don't care about Moldorm today. I've got the hook shot, but I'm gonna hover this anyway."
And one of the bumpers in the mini Helmasaur room was going absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that is linked to the actual death of Moldorm. Oddly enough.
Boots
Yeah.
being earlier would have been nice, but that's okay.
Agreed. The logic
Yep.
for the seed is kind of wacky.
Yeah, I would call it wacky, especially since it said, "Did you find the silvers on Death Mountain?" When, in all actuality, with the way you routed this seed, they would have actually been on Argus.
Oh, because the progressive bows, right?
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, I haven't figured out. Is that that hint still technically broken? That it picks one of the two bow locations. Is that right?
That's my guess.
I don't
mean,
think we
it's-
ever heard anything official about it.
Yeah, if anything official was said, I sure as heck haven't heard anything.
But P-Train's onto the big pig now. Chloe is hunting for the hook shot instead. Gave up on the hover.
Was that a free hit for the final phase that P-Train just got?
I don't know. Probably not. Most people usually swipe gaming there. Like as soon as he lands, after saying, "Did you find the silver arrows?"
Oh, P-Train
Oh.
also falls again.
P-Train, no!
Meanwhile, we've got some finisher action. Korek in 10th with a 154.20. Milchi in 11th with a 157.16. Ravis 10 in 12th with a 159.18. And 8 seconds behind them is Big Dunka in 13 with a 159.26.
Oh, chat pointing out that it was an intentional fall since P-Train doesn't have magic.
Yeah, I can't blame them. Silverless without half magic and not fun.
Even though that was a GT.
And P-Train just died.
Do what, Ace?
I was just saying that was the first chest I opened. I didn't even have to look for it.
Yeah, P-Train just went straight left side.
Yeah, without the hook shot, I was hoping I might find that on the right side, and then go left until I behind the hook shot block items. Hoping for it there.
Chloe, I believe, was doing the same thing. Went all the way back to Ice Armos and all, too. Alright, and Rowling crosses the bridge, opens Moldorm's toy box, and it's a piece of heart.
P-Train with the torch glitch.
Nice try.
It was a double. It wound up hitting one of them foul.
I mean, I heard the noise. There we go.
Yep, that spin. P-Train has finished off Bacon. Get your GGs in chat. As with that, P-Train has finished in 14th place with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, 46 seconds. Right behind P-Train, Incoherent in 15th with a 2:02.14.
Close finishes on some of these.
Indeed. By the way, Ace, were you in the qualifier seat earlier today?
No, I was not. I thought about it, but I slept in too late. I wasn't ready. Probably
Yeah, well, good luck to you in that. And we are now joined by P-Train. GG.
GG.
GG, P-Train.
So, how you doing, P-Train?
That was not an enjoyable experience. I don't know that I've ever gone an hour and a half without fire.
Yep.
Oh, so did I get that fire out a lot earlier than all the other runners, or because I got that pretty early in Eastern?
Yeah, I didn't do pod or Eastern until I got the bow. And then when I did Eastern, I skipped the anti-fairy chest, which was a really dumb idea. It's a gamble I like to make, but when Eastern's a pendant, it doesn't make a lot of sense. My thinking at the time was the only reason I was in Eastern anyways, as opposed to like doing the Smith chain or something like that, was because the bow led to absolutely nothing in Pod. So my thought was, oh, well, let's just rush Armos because I'm gambling the bow is valuable anyways. So Lamp was my first fire source, and then I went back for the fire locked item in Mire. I went back for the fire locked item in Era, and then I finally went back to Eastern as opposed to going back to Swamp.
And we got another pair of finishers, including one on Restream, as Raylan Tankier has wrapped up in 16th place with a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Duran right behind them with a time 04:30 and 17.
Yeah, not to mention Chloe's back in the tower after finding that hook shot now. So, oh, well, there is Rallin. Hello, and G.
GG.
GG, Raylan.
I was just gonna mention real quick how even though he had the hook shot, P-Train went and just YOLO hovered across Moldorm, just completely ignored him. Just, I'm not dealing with you today. First try.
Yeah, I'm actually better at, and this is, I swear this is an humble brag, but I'm actually better at hovering that than I am actually finding Moldorm 2. Unless you fall, I'm a firm believer that hovering Moldorm 2 after a fall is near impossible. He always seems so much more aggressive after a fight, or after a fall, rather.
I was able to get it after about 10 or 15 falls.
Oh wait, did you not have hookshot?
No, I never got the hook shot.
Oh, okay.
And I know I'm not good at hovering, but I felt like it might be faster anyway, so I just went for it until I got it.
Nice.
Yep, it was a good effort. Chloe tried to do the same, but did bail to go find the hook shot.
Oh, okay.
Man, I wish I could have had that experience. It didn't even occur to me that this was a hover seed, honestly. I had hookshot. I avoid Pendant Swamp like the plague always. And then I finally got hookshot out of ice, so I actually took that to Mire and clear. I didn't have a fire source, but the big key wasn't fire locked, so I did all I could in Mire. And then went to Swamp and got boots in the big chest, which felt horrible. Because I had a really early mirror. But yeah, I just avoided Swamp.
Yeah, I think you were the first one to find Mirror, actually, P-Train.
Yeah, when I got Dark World X, if I don't have Mitts or Mirror, I like doing Hype Cave to Pyramid to Catfish. So yeah, like with I got Moon Pearl, my very next check was Hype Cave and Pyramid Ledge.
See, I thought about that, and I backed out because I wanted to have mirror before checking Pyramid, so I could check the front of Escape if I hadn't done that yet. So I ended up doing Pod first, and then went to Skull Woods and Thieves, and then got mirror pretty late. But I guess it saved me from checking pretty much all the mirror-locked locations on the Overworld.
What ended up being your Go Mode item?
It was the flute for me, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That
I
was
had
my
flute
first
like
item.
I had flute 3 minutes into the game, I think.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's what the comms mentioned when I first joined.
Because my opener is go to the Lost Woods, and I'm a sucker for early game fetch quests. So yeah, I got the mushroom in the Lost Woods. I was going to save and quit to Link's house anyways, but I just decided let's go ahead and do the fake flipper. And yeah, I had the flute. Man, that's bananas that your go mode was flute.
Yeah, it felt a little bad. I was actually thinking that I knew my Death Mountain access and the Moon Pearl were out of logic, because I never found the lamp either. But I assumed that was either at Mushroom or the Magic Packs. Those were like the only two spots I had left when I went up to Death Mountain. But I guess it worked out. I mean, it slowed me down my movement around the world, but again, having the flute last, I mean, Mire was in go mode, and so that was nice.
I mean, honestly, it's probably for the best that Fire Rod was my go mode. Because if I got that Fire Rod, that would have put me even further off of Swamp. I would have done Turtle Rock, I would have done Skull, I would have done all this other stuff. Full cleared it.
Yeah,
Man, it's
yeah,
amazing how much is locked behind the fire source. You don't realize it until you don't have it. I left Swamp after the boots. Well, I checked a couple like quick locations, but
Whoa.
in my mind I was thinking like, oh, I have Fire Rod. I mean, I'm sorry, I have boots, so desert's unlocked now. But I completely forgot. Oh wait, it's still an hour and a half into the seed, and I don't have a fire source.
Yeah. Rowlin, I believe it was. I know Rowlin cleared out Swamp. I believe still looking for Bombos at the time. Killed Argus and
Yep.
got the silvers.
Yep. So, go with Bombos. Yeah, was fun. And it wasn't last location because I didn't have to go to the cell. So it was second last location.
Yeah, I did escape pretty early, I think, looking for the pearl.
That's interesting. The Bombos was your go mode. We all seem to route this incredibly differently, apparently.
Yeah, Fire Rod was my go mode.
Oh yes, the routing of all four of you varied greatly.
So then, from the commentator perspective, how early were you all in no mode?
Good question. What was the last item that we were looking to see? Boots.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
boots.
Whoever got boots first, Chloe or Ace.
Whoever went into Swamp first, basically.
That probably was not me.
Chat saying it was Ace.
Yeah, I think I got the mirror and flute first. Are probably going to be my only claims to fame. Like, other than that, I did pretty badly this season.
I don't know. I didn't catch it. My flute, 2 minutes 40. I was pretty early there too.
Yeah, I basically save and quit after the mushroom and did a fake flipper to turn.
Yeah, same thing.
I mean, to be fair, seeing the finish times, I mean, you can tell it was definitely a trolley seed for everybody.
Yep. Then again, the seed rolled for those who missed it. The qualifier earlier was also a bit trolly, but to be fair, for a number of us, myself included, those wounds were self-inflicted.
They sure were.
All right,
But
well,
hey, tomorrow's another day.
Oh yeah, I got a qualifier tomorrow, so that ought to be fun. I really appreciate the interview, guys. I do have some IRL stuff to take care of, so I do have to step away. But thanks for the restream. Thank you, Trackers, and I'll catch you guys later. GG, Ace, and Raylan, and Chloe, even though he's not here yet, but GG to him too.
Yep,
Thanks
GG,
for joining
T-Train.
GG.
Speaking of qualifiers, I'm gonna go get that qualifier time.
Yeah, and there are some links in chat for all of our runners and all of our trackers and commentators. Just as Chloe has now finished the seat up, killing off the big pig, frying some bacon, and saving Hyrule at last with an official time of 2:12:05 in 21st place.
GG indeed.
And there's our savior now, Chloe. Welcome and GG.
Jeez, you're all still here? I thought you went to bed. So I cannot currently hover. That was expected.
It was a good effort.
It certainly was.
I mean, I've done it on the little, like, add-on whatever thingy once or twice, but I'm like, yeah, there's no way it's gonna work here.
Ace
well.
just did it for the first time in a race.
Oh, good. Good for him. I'm glad someone got it.
Thanks.
I mean, personally, I'll be honest. I'll take Ice Rod Go mode any day over Hookshot Go mode.
I think we all would, to
Probably,
be
yeah.
honest.
Because at least Ice Rod Go mode, you know everyone else is suffering with you.
True that.
And I mean, nothing against the people who can hover, but it just feels bad when you see these not done so fast because they can just bounce across that single hole in the entire game that matters. But I'm not going to complain. I thought I did pretty good. I thought I found the boots at a relatively good time, and then didn't find the hook shot.
Rando's gonna rando.
Yep, we all get got by the randos sometimes.
I also feel like if you made the opposite gamble to go into Ice Palace, you would have been in like a completely different ballpark looking for the boots. Actually, a hookshot would have led you to Swamp, though, so...
So both P-Train and Rowlin went into Ice Palace and claimed the hookshot first. And then P-Train was looking for the Fire Rod, and Rowlin was looking for Bombos.
Oh, that's right, Fire Rod was in an awful spot.
Yeah.
Where was Bombos? I remember it being a little
Hyrule
weird,
Castle.
too. Oh, yeah, that's right, halfway down Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, but Ace is also with you in the I'm not going to Ice Palace, so we're gonna just go hookshotless. And had a flute go mode.
I found that really early. I felt good about that flute.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad about it.
Because
Guess it worked out.
I mean, just the routing differences were so interesting.
I did the meta route, so I went up to Lost Woods real quick, saved and quit, and instead of going to get bombs right away, I fake flippered over to Witches, so I had the flute before even doing Kakariko.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know I went into Kakariko, and without bombs, I routed the actual Kakariko village really badly, but I found flippers in there, and ended up never checking that mushroom. I ended up opening up, but I didn't need to for a long time.
Yeah, that flute didn't actually lead to anything besides Mire, and there was nothing in Mire.
Yep.
Well, technically it was our Death Mountain access, though.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Because Lamp I found in Bonk Rocks.
Yep.
This rando sometimes does some things.
That was a weird Lamp spot. Actually, not really. We had most everything needed to get into Swamp Palace a while ago. Just going into Swamp without the hookshot is ugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. Even I don't like doing that.
Yeah. I prefer Ice Palace over Hookshot as Swamp.
Where were silvers?
Argus.
Argus.
Oh, neat.
Though, technically, per Ganon, Paradox Cave were the silvers. Because that was your first bow that y'all picked up.
Honestly, I want to ask Ganon, what logic are you looking at?
I guess we could have went into Ice to get the hook shot, and then into Swamp to get the bow, and then get up to Death Mountain, I suppose. Nobody would want to do that.
We had access to Hammer and Mirror, so...
Yeah, I feel like both bows came open about the same time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So based upon that logic, if it was both, I would think, this is how I would think it should be, Ganon would know which bow you picked up first and relay that information that way. Instead, he just seemingly randomly tells you. I have no way of knowing.
Yeah, I think they attempted to do it where it has a idea of what bow we've already picked up, but it doesn't work right yet.
Yeah, it's one of those things that they want it to work a certain way, but it's just not quite fine-tuned yet. But give it time. They'll get it worked out.
Well, time to learn how to hover, because this is twice in the last month that it's bit me in the tail.
Yeah, I guess you could always learn the Moldorm bounce instead and do the weird bomb jump, but I don't. That seems more complicated.
Yeah, it seems less consistent.
Yeah,
I mean-
I've never seen that, so...
Not that hovering is much more consistent.
I mean, if you choose a sprite that doesn't have a tail, it can't bite you in the tail.
Aha, that's funny. Anyway, though, thanks for having me. It was fun. I mean, it was just a hook shot for me. I know there's a couple of other things for other people. But I had fun still, even if when I found the hook shot, I was thinking of forfeiting.
Hey, so long as you have fun, that's all that matters.
Very true.
Yep, and it was a fun seed, I thought.
So,
So,
any last
we-
thoughts on those guys?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just asking if anyone had some last thoughts here on the seed.
Nothing I can think of. Although, to be fair, it was nice knowing where 3 of the swords were off the bat, even though we could only get 1 of them.
Yeah, that was the only big routing mistake I think I made was it felt like a total mistake is not picking up the Master Sword before going up Death Mountain, especially then finding out that Cane was on the tablet and I had to leave and come back up to get the Cane to do Turtle Rock.
Yep. I imagine the tablet's probably got someone too.
Also, I do have the time for tomorrow's qualifier, and tomorrow's qualifier is scheduled for an 8 p.m. Eastern start. It's been assigned to a speed gaming channel yet. Not quite. It is scheduled for an 8:15 airtime because the runners are on a 20-minute delay during the tournament. And the only other thing tonight on the Speed Gaming Network, outside of Super Metroid Randomizer League and the Speed Gaming Live Zelda 1 Rando semi-final and final that are in progress, is the Zelda 1 Rando weekly race, which will start at least 10, but it might get pushed back depending on when the SG Live finals finish up. And don't forget, folks, to follow the runners as they are the true stars of the show. And I just inadvertently refreshed my chat. Also, don't forget to follow the commentator, my commentator Poseidon, as well as our trackers. They do a heck of a job behind the scenes to make sure things run smoothly.
Yeah, thanks Hugo and Jinxie. Y'all make everything nice and
Yeah, thanks to all you guys. Thanks for everybody watching, and of course comms and trackers. I appreciate you guys having me on the restream. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, thanks for running for us and putting on a great show.
Absolutely. It was a heck of a race, that's for sure. Any final thoughts on the seed, Poseidon?
I got nothing.
Well, all I've got is tomorrow's another day, another day, another chance for new seeds. And one thing's for sure, I'll be in the qualifier tomorrow night as well, because I'd like to quickly forget about today's, to be honest, because, well, it's rando. It happens. So with that being said, for my co-commentator Poseidon, our 4 restream runners, our 2 trackers, Hugo Jemaya and Jinxie Girl, and everyone behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, I'm Leslie Pro. Have a good night, take care, and watch out for Lionels.